Hi Tech family, welcome to the part 13 of Solidity programming language course. In this video, we are going to look at loops in Solidity and also the types of loops in Solidity. If you have used any other programming languages, you may be familiar with the syntax of the loops, that how can we use the loops in programming languages. But if you are beginner in the Solidity, you must have to watch this. In Solidity, we have three types of loops: while loop, do while loop, and for loop. And in this video, we will see how can we work with these loops. And let me tell you one more thing before going to the Remix IDE. In this video, we will iterate our arrays using these loops. So if you have not watched the previous videos, you must have to go and watch these videos of arrays and types of arrays. So after that, it will be easy to you how can we work with these loops. And that's it. Let's move to the Remix IDE. And we have done our first step, the identifier and the version of compiler. The contract is also created, learn loops, and now we will start working with loops. First, as I said, I will create an array for that will be of type uint, that will be an fixed array, length will be 4, and this will be public, visibility will be public, and its name will be my array. Just like this, I have declared it. I also can initialize it, but when I have declared it like this, so all the values on the indexes will be 0. Let me show you how. Ctrl S to compile. When I deploy it, you can see if I check the value on 0, it's 0, and on 2 index it will be also 0, and on 3 index it will also be 0, because we have just declared it, not initialize it yet. Now we will iterate this array through our while loop and put the values in this array through this loop. To create our loop in Solidity, we have a keyword of while, and then here we will check the condition, and then we need another variable to check the condition. Here I will make it uint range public range, and then I will check the condition when the range is less than my array dot length. So my array on index range will be equal to this range, and then I will increment this variable. You may be thinking what I have done here. It's simple. I have created a variable. There is no concept of null and none in the Solidity programming language. The value of this range will be by default 0, and I have just checked the condition in this while loop while the range is less than this my array length. So my array on index range, which will be on first check, will be 0. This will be equal to this range, and the range will be incremented when the while loop runs. It will run 4 times because the condition we are checking has 4 length and this range is 0. So first, when the while loop check the condition, it has 0 value, so the 0 is less than the length of my array. So here will be 0 on 0 index will be equal to 0, and then the range will increment it. So now the range has 1 value, and then it will again check the condition. Range, it has 1 value as incremented here, is less than my array length. Yes, it's less than. So now here will be 1 and will be equal to 1, and then it will again increment it. So now the range has 2 value. Like this, it will run 4 times, and when the range value becomes equal to this my array length, so the loop will terminate it itself. And that was all I have done in this. So let's compile it, and there is an error just because we cannot specify the loops directly in the contract. For that, we have to create a separate function, and then we have to compile it. Simple, cut this. I will create a function for that. Function run loop, this will be of public, and simply paste this loop inside this, and again Ctrl S to compile, and that's correct. Go and deploy, check the second instance, and now we have 3 getter methods. First is of run loop, my array, and the third is range. First let's check the range. We have 0 range because we just call this getter method. By default it's 0 and we have not called the run loop yet, so obviously it will be 0. And my array, when I check on 0 it is 0, on 1 it is 0. When I press this run loop and again check the value, on 1 it's 1, and when I check on 2 it's 2, and on 3 it's 3, just like this. And when I check the range, now it has 4 range. And this condition will be same for the all loops. This was our while loop. Let's copy this and comment this out. We will create another function, run for loop public for. To create for loop, we have a keyword for, and here we will simply say uint I equal to range, then range is less than my array dot length and I plus plus. That is the syntax for the for loop, and in its body we will paste this condition like my array set the index which is on the range, and that will be equal to the range, and again we will increment this range. Just like this, press Ctrl S and close these two contracts and deploy another one. And now we have run for loop, it has 0 value, and obviously when we check on 2 it has 0, run for loop and again check on 2 we have 2 value, check it and we have 4, just like this. And the do while loop is very easy. The difference between while loop and do while loop is that in while loop, if you can see, we check the condition and then we do the stuff we want, while in the case of do while loop we will do this stuff first and then we will check the condition. As simple as that. So let's comment it out, uncomment this one, and let me cut it, remove this while loop, do. In the body I will paste this, and then while I will check that condition, range less than my array dot length, and put semicolon. Again press Ctrl S, close this one, deploy and check 0 and 2 it's 0. Again check, on 2 we have 2 and we got the for range. That's how we work with loops in our Solidity programming language. And that's it for the video. If you found this video helpful, hit a thumb on a like button and leave a comment if something is not clear to you. For now, goodbye and see you in the next video.